Okay, so this is problem 12.5.23, excuse me, and they want us to find the z-score that best satisfies the condition, and it's talking about 36% of the total area is to the left of z. Okay, so let's draw ourselves a picture, because in all of these problems that involve z-scores, it's going to be important to draw yourself a picture to be able to see what it is that you're actually trying to find. So let's just work with the standard curve here. And so I'm going to just be talking about a mean of 0, or excuse me, a z-value here, well, either one of 0. And we're looking for the situation where 36% of the total area is to the left of z. So I'm just going to give myself a z right here, and I don't know what that z is. That's what I'm trying to find. But what I am given is that to the left of z, all of this shaded area right here is 36%. Now this isn't, I haven't drawn this to scale because it should be over a little bit more if I was going to draw it to scale, but 36% is just a 0.36, and that's actually an area that we can use on our chart, on our normal chart. And you know, that chart is page 671 in your book. You're not going to be able to see it here on the picture, so you're going to have to look it up. And in different quarters, you know, it might be on a different page, but it's in section 12.5, the normal distribution section. Okay, so on that chart, you're going to see, you know, you have a Z column and you have an A column, and there's multiple Z and A columns. And so what I'm doing is what we do a lot in this section is actually look at the Z scores and then find the corresponding area. But in this particular problem, I'm actually going to go ahead and be looking for the area. But I actually have to be kind of tricky about, I shouldn't write that down because that's not what I'm looking for. I have to be kind of tricky about the area that I'm looking for, because the z-scores on the chart are going to correspond to between 0 and the z. So what I'm actually going to have to look up is the z-score that's going to go with this right here, this area right here. And I know that half of the values occur on the left-hand side of 0, and then half are going to occur on the right-hand side. So if I take 0.5 and I subtract 0.36, then I get 0.14, and that's the area for this region right here. So the z-score that corresponds to an area of 0.14 is actually going to give me the z-score that I need. Okay, so what I'm going to do is look for a z-score of 0.14, and if you go on your chart, you're actually going to see that there isn't exactly an area of 0.14, so we're just going to get as close as we can get, and there is an area of 0.141, and they're giving us a z of 0.36. Now this is an unfortunate coincidence. This z-score and this area being the same is a coincidence. Okay, so that's just not not normally how it's going to go. Okay, but these are the positive values. So this would actually, this 0.36 here would actually be referring to this z value over here in the positive region. To the left here of 0, this would actually be a negative 0.36. Our chart doesn't show that. You just have to know that. The chart doesn't show the negative values. So the z-score here that would correspond to 36% of the total area being to the left of z would be a negative 0.36. And again, like I say, that's a coincidence that those numbers are the same. Okay, so that would put us right here, and then 36% are going to lie there. Okay.